to this video. Today we have the half-shaven Remy because fleas, vet appointments, allergic reactions, all that fun stuff. Poor little baby. I feel bad for him. Hi, Bubba. Good boy. So, it was requested a long time ago that I do believe it or not, I had a request. Woo, that was pretty cool. But I had a request for a, come shopping with me or what I buy for my pets kind of thing. So I didn't do a come shopping with me one because I'm way too socially anxious to try and record in stores, but also because most of the stuff I get is online. And the reason I waited so long to do it, this was a while ago, months ago that it was requested, is because I wasn't happy with the food they were on or the whole situation we had going. And it's not what I wanted long term. And this is kind of like an in-between point, but I know it'll be a while until I can get to where I really want to, money-wise, pet food-wise, all of that. So as of right now, this is what I buy for my pets. And some of this just recently changed. I'll start off with what I don't have here, and that is the Kitten's dry food and Dexter's dry food. Right now they are all, as much as I hate to say it, they are all on Purina kitten food, just the dry food. Very unhealthy. I know, I don't like it, but it's also very cheap. And if you can afford better, which really, it's not hard to afford better, but with everything, I wasn't able to get more expensive dry food. But I probably will next time I order. I'm going to see if American Journey has some dry cat food, which you'll hear more about that later. But anyways, it's not the best food I want them on, that's for sure, but that's what they are on right now, and it's just a big yellow bag of dry cat food. And next time I order, I'm gonna get cat food and not kitten food. I probably should have waited to record this until then, but I had a time where I had a bunch of stuff I needed to get, and so I figured for visual sake of actually having brand new things, I would record it now. And the next thing I don't have brand new is a roll of the training treats that I get Ziva. But I made a video of my training supplies tour or something like that, and also in the Solden's bag video. I don't know, there's been a bunch of things where I talk about the treats that I get. And I will put up a clip of how I cut them up and what they look like. But they are the Happy Howies. I get the turkey training treats. It's just a roll of treats. It's a pretty hard roll. It's not mushy or anything. It's not gross to cut up. And I put them in a container. I usually like to get a giant Ziploc bag, but this is 2 of the big rolls cut up. Well, more like 1.5 because I used it. But I just have them in this little container in the freezer. So I cut them all up at once. And because I like to cut the whole roll up, because once you freeze the roll, even once it thaws, it's hard to cut it up. So I just cut it all up at once, put it in the freezer, take out little bits that I need for when we go training, and I put them in my training pouch. And yeah, and all the dogs love them. They're healthy. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Remy's not in training. But yeah, they all love the treats. When I'm cutting these up, it gets everyone's attention. I have the cats up in my face. I have the dogs. They want some of the Happy Howies treats. So I gotta put those back in the freezer in a second, but I brought them out for this. Okay, so next we'll do the dog food. So I just got this one. Eventually in life, I would like to feed raw. Oh yeah, I have everything just stored in this Chewy box right now. I would like to feed raw, but I know that will be a while away. And this is supposed to be a good transition, and I know wellness, and more specifically Wellness Core, is good food, and a lot of people recommend it. This is a good one. is grain-free, protein-rich, and it's just some dry food for them. So Remy and Ziva eat the same food. Usually I like to get 2 bags at a time, but because this is good food, ooh, it's expensive. I was not getting 2 bags of this at a time. And I'm still mixing with the previous food we got, which was American Journey, because they usually have buy one, get ones on Chewy. But anyways, this is what I got, and now I'm going to, take it out of the bag and put it in their containers. So, but for now, it's just gonna sit right there. It's freeze-dried, raw bites, full of flavor and nutrients, it says. Convenient, safe, and easy way to feed raw. Grain and gluten-free recipe enriched with superfoods. That's what it says on the bag. Original, adult, all breeds. So yeah, I'm excited to see how they react to this, but assuming there's no problems, neither of them usually have problems with switching food or foods in general. They're just happy with having food. But unless there's some big problem, this is what we're gonna stick to for a while. And I just got this off of Chewy, but I don't know specifically about the Raw Rev one, but I've seen Wellness Core in stores. It's a very popular brand. It's a very good brand. And yeah, so there's that. And now moving on to the cat stuff. So the wet food I get Dexter, because they all eat the same dry food, but they have different wet food. Dexter has had problems with crystals before, so from the vet, he gets the Royal Canin, I believe it's pronounced. Urinary SO veterinary diet. He gets the 5.5 ounce cans, I believe they're 5.8 ounces cans, and he gets 1 can a day along with his dry food. And I already used a decent amount of them while I was waiting for the Chewy order to come. But usually I don't keep them stored in this box. I store them in with the rest of the food in the food containers. But yeah, that's pretty simple. This is what Dexter gets to help so he doesn't have that problem again. And then right now, the wet food the kittens are on, or are going to be on, is the American Journey. This is the pate poultry beef one. Now, like I was saying with American Journey, not the best ingredients, not the worst ingredients. They're, kind of an in-between, which means they're also kind of an in-between price. But on Chewy, a lot of times they have buy one, get ones. So instead of getting the Friskies that I was usually getting, because I'm not happy with that, I'm going to step up a little bit price-wise, but get more for that and go through Chewy, get the American Journey food. I got the 3 ounce cans, and for the kittens, they're both female. It's important for cats to have wet food in their diet, and it's very important, but especially males, and both the kittens are females, so I'm not as worried about it as I am with Dexter. That's kind of how we ended up with this whole situation. But I'm just gonna cut a 3 ounce can in half, give them each one, because they're both tiny. I mean, Izzy's probably about 10 pounds, and Beatrix is about 6 pounds. They're tiny little cats. So I'll just cut each one in half, add it to their bowl in the morning. They'll each get half is what I'm saying. So that's that. I got 2 of those, because again, buy one, get one. And then last but not least, I have been using the, if I can get it out, there we go. I've been using these pine pellets from Tractor Supply. I get this 40-pound bag. It's meant for horses. They have specific ones for cats, but this also works for cats. There's even a cat on the bag. But it's usually a lot more and you get a lot less. So I just go to Tractor Supply, get this for $5. I love, love, love the pine pellets so much. I'm not going to go too in detail on these, but I have a whole video on it. It's a long video, but the first half is about me explaining the pros to the pine pellets, and then and comparing it to normal clay cat litter. And then the second half is me actually transitioning the cats and saying how it worked. But spoiler alert, I love it. Now, one thing with pine that I didn't mention in the video because I didn't know at the time is it can cause upper respiratory problems. So just kind of keep an eye out. Beatrix was having some sneezing problems, but I went from 3 cat litters in the room to 2, and I make sure it's very, very clean and ventilated, because they both have their own little room they hang out in. A lot of the time, obviously they come out and play, but it can get kind of stuffy in there, and as soon as I did that, she's having no problems at all. So just something to keep an eye on, just to make sure it works good for you. But yeah, love these. So that is pretty much what I buy as far as what I get on a regular basis. That's dog food, and cat litter. Kind of the basics and training treats. So if you found that interesting or helpful, if you're looking for recommendations, then that is awesome. If you were just curious or whatever, or if you randomly stumbled onto this video, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye!